I just wanted to show you a trick with delay just on this intro part. So what I'm going to do is just going to highlight this part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the reverb and the delay off first. And I'm going to take all this stuff off first, just so that you can hear what it is that it sounded like originally. And then I'm going to show you what it is that I did as far as what I was thinking and going for with this intro part. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so raw, pretty dry, all that sort of stuff, right? So I was like, what can I do to make this interesting? Okay, remember what I said about intentionality. So I was like, what can I do and be intentional about making this part interesting in this intro part? Something that catches the attention of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So what I chose to do is I chose to use a half delay, so like a one. Oh man, what do you call it? Let's just go to it right quick. So I used Echo Boy, a half note delay. Yeah, exactly right. So and then what I did is I just offset it slightly on the right side. I did the mix 100% wet because it's on a return track. So you create a return track and then you send it through to a bus on the send here, and you make sure the tempo is correct and you can pick your style, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play what it sounds like with the delay on it in this intro part. See what I mean? So it's cool, and you go, oh yeah, like that gives it heaps of space, and you go, but I want it to move, right? So how can I make it move? It's already moving because it's got a delay on there, but what can I do to make it move so that it really catches the ear of the person that's listening to it, right? So this is a trick that I learned from your boy, Realistic Productions. He's a producer engineer out of Atlanta, Georgia, and so shout outs to him. He is a beast on delays. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a pan man. So it's an automatic panner, so you can do this with automation, or you can use an auto panner, say if you're using Ableton Live, or in my case, I've got the Sound Toys, and I just put a pan man on the Sound Toys, so I'm going to open that up right now. And so I've got it set to a half note, and I've got it set to 4 steps, but it's locked to the tempo of the song, right? So what this is going to do is it's going to create movement in the delay. And you watch what happens when you put movement in the delay. All right, here we go. Super dope, man. It's fire, right? And I was like, yo, okay, so what are we going to do to just this intro part? I was like, that's awesome. You know, you got the movement, you got the delay, it sounds clean, right? And I was like, what if I altered the pitch on it as well to make it sound deeper, right? So what I did is I added little alter boy, and you can use any pitch, plugin. You can use the stock one in Logic, or you can use the pitch plugin that comes with your DAW. But I'm just a big fan of Sound Toys, man. They are super dope in what it is that they do. It's straightforward. So this is a monophonic voice manipulation. So great for, vocals, great for sound sources that are in mono. Can really, the algorithm in it is just fire, man. So it alters the pitch, it alters the format. So I was like, okay, well, what I'm going to do now? So I'll take it down three steps on the format and see what happens, right? And this is what it sounds like. See what I'm saying? Like, real interesting, right? It's just, you got to think intentionality, okay? So what is it that's going to catch the person right off the bat? What's going to catch your ears right off the bat? You listen to the records that you've listened to, throughout your lifetime, right? And so you pay attention to things that you find really interesting, yeah? So for me, I was like, man, it's catching my interest. And if I vibe with it, there's bound to be other people that vibe with it, right? So simple move, man. You just create a send, right? So you do this, right? So you go to a bus and you pick 13, say, right? And in the inserts, you're going to make sure it's a stereo bus. In the inserts, you add, let's just go to Sound Toys, Echo Boy, stereo, right? You're going to put the mix knob all the way up to wet. Because it's on a return track, you want this as much signal passing through as it can, right? And then you set the half, eighth, quarter note, whatever the delay time you want it to be, because remember, it's going to be locked to the tempo of the song. So in this case, it's not. So you just go in here and you write 165, right? But what I actually did is I actually halved it so that the delay was slower. So let's just go to, what's half of 165, right? 165 divided by 2. 82.5, right? So we go back into here. I'm going to get rid of that. So we're going to go to, and we're going to put in 82.5, right? And that's going to lock to the grid. And then you can pick the style or whatever it is that you want to try out. These are all the different filters that it puts on the delay to give it that characteristic, right? And then it's just a matter of you pressing play and you blending that signal in, right? That's all that you do. And do it to taste. You don't need much. It's just, as I said, using your creativity to create that intentionality with the music, right? So let's just go back, and I'm just going to take this off right quick since I've already got Echo Boy. Another thing I was going to say is that I added a reverb on a separate bus, and I blended the delay and the reverb together so that it has that space. Reverb puts it further back in the mix, right? So I'm not going to explain the reverb part because I wanted to focus on the delay today, but it's as simple as that. Creating a return track or a bus or an auxiliary, whatever you want to call it, in your DAW, and then you add the plugin on the return track. You set the parameters, and then you blend it in using the send knob for the bus that you've got the plugin on, right? And you just do it to taste. So let's just go back and listen to what it sounds like with none of these engaged, and you'll just get that raw vocal from the intro. And we'll listen again to what it sounds like. It just gives it that space, man. It's ear candy for the person who's listening. It's like, oh, what's coming next? Like, what's he going to sing next? What's the artist going to sing next? So I wanted to use my own record to show you that, because these are the things that you need to think about when you're in the creation stage. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this helps you, and forgive me if it felt a little all over the place, but I wanted to stop and explain why, because I wanted to focus on intentionality, and hopefully over time these videos and tutorials are just going to keep getting better and better, and will help you faster to get to your desired goal faster. That's the whole point of me doing these tutorials. So love and respect to y'all. If you would, it would be awesome if you subscribed and click the like button and share, man. Share it around. If you got some sort of value out of it, share it around. It would really help me out. And also let me know in the comments, you know, if this content is helping you, because I only want to make content that you guys want to see. So if I don't know something, I'll research it, and then I'll do my best to teach it to you so that you can cut through all the red tape and learn it fast as you can, so that you can put it into your productions and the music that you create. I know there's a lot of information out there, and it can be saturated, and you can feel overwhelmed with, like, who do I follow? Like, what is it that you're meant to do? Like, how do you make it fit into a mix in context? All that stuff. So that's all important. And as I said, if you let me know, I can create that content and help you to get there faster, and hopefully teach it the correct way, because the guys that I learned from and have learned from over time, they're just in the industry now. They're doing records for, like, Rick Ross, all these different artists that are mainstream artists, man. So as I said, just let me know, and I look forward to doing more tutorials to come. All right, peace and love.